What's up? It's your boy Podcast Jay, where you heard it first. Check out my YouTube page at You Heard It First. Check out my Instagram page at YHIF Podcast. And check out my Facebook at You Heard It First. So today we got a co-host. We got my guy Trill Will here today with us. And we're going to turn up. What's up, Trill?
Man, what's going on, big homie?
You got it, man. We're going to get right into it today, man. We're going to get right into it.
Say no more.
Let's go. Recap of 2021. Recap of 2021 was a little bitter, a little sweet for most of us. It was a little bitter for me. But we had our great moments in 2021. What do you think?
Man, 2021 was definitely a little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour. I tried to move on past what happened in 2020. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't never stopped grinding though.
Facts. We're gonna get a little bit more into 2021. We're gonna start off with Drake, Certified Lover Boy. As we move forward, we're gonna talk a little bit more about Young Thug, Punk album. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Lil Durk, Voice of Heroes album. We're gonna talk about Nas, King of Disease 2 album. And we're going to get into Gucci versus Jeezy on Versus. So that was our recap of 2021. As we look back into the albums, Drake had his Certified Lover Boy album, and one of the biggest songs on that album for me was Way Too Sexy featuring Young Thug and also Future. That was the hottest song out for the year for me. It was the album we all were waiting for the year. I think we got more than what we expected. Drake always do it big. What do you think, Trill?
I think when I ain't gonna lie, man. I love Drake. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably like my number one current artist that's currently putting out music, right? So, but when I first heard Way Too Sexy, I was like, this corny. But then like the third or fourth time I heard it, and then I messed around and heard it in a club, and I was like, oh, I get it. It clicked in my mind. I was like, oh, I'm too sexy for my. I was like, okay, I remember now. I remember the song. It made sense. So, yeah, that was definitely a big record.
And it had a little humor to it. You know,
the video had a lot of humor.
Woo, man,
you watched the video.
Man, I was doing my research for this project here, and I was going over some of Drake's songs and definitely Drake's Certified Lover Boy album. And I watched the video, man. It had me laughing. And it wasn't just about a song with being, it was just a humble song and having fun with it. You had Thug and Future in there, with Thug and Future, it's going to be a great song.
For real.
So
Thug show up every time.
Man, I enjoyed the song, but the other song for me on that album was Girls Want Girls with Lil Baby. Lil Baby went in on that one.
I'm gonna tell you, that was the perfect feature song for Drake to put Baby on, because he got any other type of song you try to put him on, he already had a song kind of like that. But Girls Want Girls, even though he talk about good, that's not his songs that are popular are not really angled towards that. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like Girls Want Girls, that was just a very unique sound for Lil Baby to come in on with Drake. Because Drake, his whole thing is capturing the feminine energy crowd.
Right.
The feminine female crowd, so that was really big. I felt like that was big for Baby, and that was big for Drake. Smart move.
I think Drake had, on this album, I think he got a lot of great collaborations on this album. I think
definitely
the Girls Want Girls with Lil Baby, you can't go wrong with that. It's a great song. Lil Baby always go in. I think I'm gonna have Lil Baby on my album when I come out my album.
I think that Lil Baby definitely, in my personal opinion, was the artist of the year for the last 2 years, for several reasons, but definitely the collab that he did. Well, we'll talk about that later. The collab he did with Durk. You know what I'm saying? But to me, he was the artist of the year last year again, for sure, in my opinion.
So let me ask you
solo artist.
So I got one question. When the Certified Lover Boy came out, did you get a heart in your head? Did you get one of those hearts on?
No, I did not. I ain't do that. I ain't gonna lie. It looked too much like balls into me.
So no,
I just couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
no logo, no heart. No. You weren't feeling the hard
I
thing.
went, but that certified Chrome though collabo Drake did with Chrome Hearts, major,
Big.
major. Yeah, and the closed fire. Yeah,
I missed out on that one. I didn't catch that.
yeah,
I missed out.
that part. That was fire. No, I didn't get no hearts in my head, man. I can't really vibe like that right now.
I mean, you know,
he rocked it though.
Yeah, he made it look good, but you know, everybody didn't have a heart. Everybody didn't have a heart. I think some points.
Brandon wise, it was genius because nobody has that, and nobody was gonna do that. Even after he did it, people tried to copy it, but I'm saying like Brandon wise, he made himself stand out, and he made something that was you could make a meme out of. See, that's what I'm learning. Like the culture now is like if you make something that can be made into a meme,
right?
You can push yourself to above the limit of what you're thinking if you just simply do stuff and have things that are marketable to the TikTok and the meme community.
Drake's done it all.
Yeah, he's a genius.
He's done it. He's done it.
Ain't no need to play around. He's a genius, bro, when it comes to that.
The next album, we got Kanye with Donda, man. I don't know. Some people think that the Donda album was better than the Certified Lover Boy album.
Get out of here.
Well, you know.
Well, stop playing with me.
That's a controversial album, and controversy is always good, but he left out a lot of good artists on that album. I mean, I guess people thought that was on the album, that wasn't on the album.
Soulja Boy, tell him why you let my dog Soulja off.
And he left out. I think was it Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, tripping. He was tripping.
I think did he leave out Young Thug?
I know.
Thug went on there. I think so. There was a lot of people upset.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people mad at him. But Kanye is Kanye. He makes everything controversial. But I'm gonna tell you this.
He does.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be real with you. When I did my research on Kanye, and I went back, I went all the way back.
Nostalgia.
Ooh, man, I went back.
Deja vu.
I went back to Graduation.
No, not Graduation.
Man,
to me, that was his supreme classic. Was Graduation. You could say 808 and Heartbreaks because it changed music, but as far as the actual content of the sheer amount of songs that you can still play today and still hold the same weight, it's got to be Graduation. Man, in my opinion.
I was lost for words, bro. Bro, I didn't know that. I guess I'm just used to listening to music and not. The Graduation album to me is one of those albums you could just put in and just let it ride.
Oh, for sure, no skip.
They don't make music like that no more.
No, they
bro.
don't.
The Graduation album.
But you got to remember, he did that to go against 50 though. That album was pushed by
who won?
Competition.
Who won?
Kanye won.
I know.
He also, yeah. So I'm saying, but he did that in the spirit of competition. So that created that album that we got.
Bro, I get mad. Shouts out to Kanye West, man. I give him.
For real.
I guess I didn't give him the respect he deserved. But when I went, sometimes you got to go back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go back. You might hear a song or hear something, and then you go back and catch one of his songs from an album, and you go back and retrack, check it out, and you find out, man, this man is Graduation album.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro. But one of the songs on Donda was Hurricane for me, featuring Weeknd and the Lil Baby. That was one of the songs. I wasn't too crazy about the album, but the album got a lot of attention, and that's always good. I felt like Kanye could have did a little better with this, with some of the artists he could have worked with, didn't work with. It was okay, but
so let me point out a couple things, right? So first of all, I got to say that I believe Certified Lover Boy was done far before Donda was done. And what I believe Kanye did was he went and copied every artist that Drake had on his album. Mm-hmm. He went and made sure them were the artists that got on his album. If you really look at it, if you look at the stats, song by song, side by side, he got the same features Drake got, minus one or two.
Wow.
Like legit. Like, so that I think that has something to do with why some people got left off. I think the overall project was good. But was it a Kanye album or was it a DJ Khaled album?
Hell no.
I felt like it was like a DJ Khaled. It was like an inspirational DJ Khaled album. That's what I felt like.
Definitely wasn't no Kanye.
It was not
album.
a Kanye album. It was like I don't know, man. I liked it, but it just you can't put it up against the Drake Certified Lover Boy. Just the sheer, even the songs, even if you want to talk about hip hop at its purest form and just the bars, Drake barred up the whole
I
album.
already know what Drake did.
Yeah, he barred up and he sung. So it's like Kanye took more of a singing approach. He did do some stuff where he was rapping, but I didn't feel like he put maximum effort into rapping.
I think it was subpar. It was mediocre.
Now if you wanna classify this as a producer album, then it's like all time great because the fact that the instrumentals and stuff that he made, that's what pushed it over the limit to me. But it's just as an artist, I don't think it was that great as an artist.
No, I didn't feel it.
Production was amazing.
I don't feel it. I mean, Kanye, just the name, the brand, the Yeezys, all that bring, bring attention, and he knows that. But when you put an album out though, it got to be quality. It can't be no bullshit.
Oh, it wasn't bullshit. I just feel like it was. It was like gospel. It was like a watered down
paparazzi shit, man. It wasn't about the music. It was about everything around music, and I wasn't feeling that. I mean, if you love something so much and you into music, then don't play with it. Like you got people around you that want to do great music with you, and you don't collab with them, bro. I don't feel that shit.
I feel like what he did do that was special with that was the marketing. How he did the concert, letting people pick what songs made the album. He got the crowd participation at 1 million. He basically brought us a hip hop pop like Broadway. Like that's basically what we witnessed when he did all some shows at the arenas and everything.
Right.
It was more of a Broadway segue into that type of energy. To me.
I mean, Kanye, he's a great. I can't take that from him.
He's a mogul. He's a great. I just don't see him as being artist wise. I don't put him up there artist wise.
I wonder what's next for Kanye. He's done music.
It's got to be movies or something.
It's got to be something
or
else.
TV. He probably gonna come out with a TV, not a show, but like maybe like I don't know. It's got to be something visual. He's not. I don't think he's going towards the music. He's still making revolutionary music because I just seen him the other day with the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him in the game, and it was somebody else, and they were talking about making revolutionary music.
I seen him with Antonio Brown from the he's the ex Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Ex Tampa Bay Buck.
And I think Antonio Brown was rapping now. I think he's a rapper.
He came out with a song. I didn't listen to it. I can't lie. I can't take it serious. The only artist, NFL or NBA player that I listen to is probably Dame Lillard because Dame really got bars. So that's about where it stopped.
Dame do have bars.
That's where it stopped. Dame Dollar is hard, bro.
I don't think Dame getting the respect he deserves. He got some bars now. I give him his props. Shouts out to Dame.
Shout out to Dame Dollar.
Yeah,
man.
Keep flowing, keep doing your thing, boy. Your next one, put me on there because I'm high and heavy, boy. You better watch out.
Hell no.
But another artist that's from Atlanta he came out with his album was Young Thug.
Yeah.
And Young Thug, we all know Young Thug. He don't put no bull out.
Young Thug is Young Thug.
Yeah, he came out with his album Punk. Had some great songs on the album. Had Bubbly featuring Drake and T. Scott. And he also had Over the Top featuring Drake with Smiley. So, Young Thug is Young Thug, man. He just got consistency of great music. I think he's underrated.
Young Thug is in a lane of his entire own. When I turned on that Punk album, I had never heard nothing like that. So to be in this day and age of 2022, to have music that sounds so original, even the instrumentals had a certain feel to them. He created an actual the continuity of an album. All his songs, all the beats had a certain feel to them, and he didn't really break stride, but like maybe once or twice to do his what people normally hear. But man, listen, I think that it was just great the way he put it together. Hats off to Young Thug, the whole slime, YSL, shout out, Slat. You know what I'm saying? Love, man.
Yeah, he definitely represented Atlanta, man. I always listen to Young Thug and I always listen. That album, The Punk, is really a great album. But another album, Lil Durk, Voice of the Heroes. Rich off Pain featuring Rod Wave and Medical. You can't go wrong. Lil Durk, he's just getting started, but he's getting off with a pretty good start. He have a lot of young followers. Unfortunate, one of the guys that was with him who passed was King Von. I think he was, man, I think he had a promising career.
Bars.
Ooh,
King Von,
man,
barred up.
I'm just really not getting to really listening to him. I didn't really listen to him like that, but Lil Durk, I think he have a great future ahead of himself. He have great songs, great collaborations. But another album that was really good, I think it was underrated. I don't think he got the credit he was due, was Nas with King Disease 2.
Wow. Yeah, that classic. Instant classic.
And we all love Nas. Nas go back. Some of us have Nas in the top 3, top in the 2 spot, 4 spot.
You really can't
spot.
put him no lower than 5, man. I think I think if you put him any lower than 5, you hating. Because you can't really, I can't imagine the top 10 with Nas lower than really 3 or 4.
Well, after Biggie and Pac is Nas. I mean,
yeah, when you talk about all time, yeah, you got
it's got to be Nas. And then, after that, it's, I mean, you could say.
I mean, mine might be a little different. I might say Pac, Biggie, Jay, Nas. But see, that's what I'm saying.
Nah.
You can't really put nobody else in between.
I can't put. Well, didn't Nas and Jay have did they have a battle?
They did.
Who won the battle?
They did, and Nas definitely confirmed
So
kill on that.
Why are you putting Nas?
Because Jay won the war. He won the battle, but Jay won the war. The man had to bow down and sign to him. Jay won the war. I respect battle technique and strategy, bro. The man won the war. Simple. Nas is great at investments, but Jay-Z is a confirmed billionaire. That's different.
He is. I mean, Jay is Jay. He's a giant. But when it comes to lyrics, when it comes to music, I think, my own opinion, I think Nas got him by a long shot.
I'm going to tell you why he don't, right? Because now we're talking about lyrics without the music, or we're talking about lyrics with the music. Because lyrics without the music, I can see it being comparable. But unfortunately, before the first King's Disease, Nas had a problem picking the correct beats. And I think that to me hurt him in a lot of ways. We're talking about the whole complete body of a song or a project. And you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that Jay just was more adept at picking the right beats or the right producers to create a new wave, or one that already created a new wave, and understanding the importance of the production. I feel like Nas had some great beats, but it just wasn't something that everybody could listen to and bump all the time. No, it was not. And I'm a stark Nas fan. I've been on Nas.
Well, let's put the lyrics on the scale.
I mean, like I said, just lyricism, I feel like they're even. Honestly, that's my personal opinion.
Even?
My personal opinion. Because it's just some things that Jay just did better than Nas is more digestible. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Nas is an all-time great. Can't take nothing from him, but I just think that his lack of having a go-to for sure hit-making producer not that a producer didn't make hits, but the beats that he picked from them, that he chose to go on from them, was not up to par. Jay make hits, bro.
I think Jay have
hits, bro.
He had better beats than having better lyrics. And Nas had better lyrics than he have
but
beats.
A song is a composite of what, though?
But when you weigh up
what
Nas versus Jay-Z lyrically, Jay-Z don't add up. That's what I'm saying.
I don't agree with that. I think that's close.
That's okay.
I think it's
But what I'm saying is
it's closer than what
I
you
think
making it sound.
What
like.
I'm saying is we can look at everything around Jay-Z. We can look at his business aspect.
Yeah.
We can look at his success. But I'm
talking
just
about music right now.
I'm just talking about straight music.
We're
I don't care about no beat. I don't care about who was on the album.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this: what's the last time you heard a Nas song being played in the club? Not even actually heard it, but heard somebody come tell you.
YKTV featuring YG and A Boogie from the Hoodie.
I don't remember hearing that in the club, but it may have been played in the club, but I just don't remember hearing that in the club.
Hey man, listen.
I can name you easily 10 songs that Jay's on that was played in the club.
Recently? Not recently.
Oh, well, when I say recently, the last 3 to 5 years.
Okay, all right.
I mean, recent history. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. We're gonna stalemate on them because we ain't gonna get nowhere on the Jay-Z.
No, I mean,
because I'm not moving on the Nas.
I mean,
and
Nas is a genius. Listen, you could even go as far as to say Jay picked up some things from Nas along the way. According to Nas, he gave him his style to run with. I could see that, but when you just gotta, I just think that it's about even, and that's why that's probably the only versus battle Jay could really get into, and people will really want to see.
Okay,
because they're so close. It's very close.
It's close.
It's not big gap between them.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not a big gap. But
And plus, Jay got the cheat code. He can bring out the songs he got with Beyonce. That kill a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
he got songs that he got with Kanye. That kill a lot of shit.
Hey, we can go back and forth all day, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
As we move forward, we're gonna talk a little bit more. The Gucci versus Jeezy on Versus. That was to me that was the comparison competition battle of the year. Everybody was waiting on Gucci and Jeezy. I don't know. Who do you got winning that battle? Who you got?
I mean, it clearly, if we're talking about music, clearly Jeezy won that. It wasn't even close for me. And I like Gucci, but when you're talking about pure music, only thing this man had to do is play off of Thug Motivation 101. He didn't have to play no other songs. He could just start at track one and play. It's the same thing like if somebody go against 50 in a versus. You're going to have to deal with that whole Get Rich or Die Trying.
You're right about that one.
The whole thing. And that's 20 songs right there. So anything else he put in is extra. So that's the problem when you're dealing with generational. That's a generational artist.
I think both of them are great.
Yeah, they're great
artists coming out of Atlanta. I both think they had their moments and their eras. Gucci definitely had his. Jeezy had his. I think that Jeezy just his choices of music for their verses were better than Gucci. I think Gucci won round one, round two. He came out raw. Jeezy just came back, man, and just hit him with a two-piece and just kept it rolling and just, most people I spoke with about the entire verses was Jeezy. It wasn't like 50.
It wasn't really debatable.
It really wasn't debatable.
When you got a debate, when I heard a debate, it was, Gucci hold Jeezy right and by his homeboy, so his homeboy smoking Pookie Low.
That was it.
That was the only rebuttal. So to me, that's not about the music. That's about personal preference and some street shit, which is cool. I'm with that. I'm from there. Right. But we're talking about the craft of music. Musically, it's not close. I think that Gucci also, I think he did pick the wrong song, some of the wrong songs.
I think so.
I was listening. I was looking for certain songs, and I just didn't hear them. And
the songs everybody thought he was gonna.
He did not.
He didn't come with it.
So I don't know what happened, but he didn't come. So,
but
with that being said,
for all of those watching, give me your comments on the Gucci versus Jeezy. Whoever you think that won that battle, Gucci and Jeezy, drop your comments. Let us know what you think. Now, I think Jeezy. Some think Gucci. Let us know what you think. Drop your comments. Let us know what you think.
Just as a quick add-on, I gotta say, as a mogul, as a executive, Gucci got Jeezy by a long shot as well. Now, it ain't got nothing to do with the music he made, but as far as that's how he's maintained his relevancy over the years, is being able to scout talent, find the right talent, and make sure he stays on these songs with these people to the point to where increasing their career to the point to where anytime he call them, there's no hesitation. They coming. If Gucci called damn near anybody in his artistry list from Lil Baby all the way down to Drake, he can get them.
I agree.
So
the next verses that was probably came in second was 3-6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Some people going to argue with you about that coming in second because they're going to say Locks and Dipset. I'm going to let you know.
That was a good one. I can't forget Locks and Dipset. That was good one, but that was a blowout.
Yeah, that
was a blowout, so you can't even – if you all Locks, I get it. But you want a versus album that's kind of close.
Right.
You don't want something where, everybody forgot all about Dipset now.
Yeah.
But 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony, people are quick to forget the Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I grew up listening to the Bone.
Bro, they are no joke. And 3-6 Mafia,
and
we know
3-6 really. So.
they're the only group that won an award.
Yeah.
The only rap group from Memphis that won any award in rap history, period.
I mean.
And they got hits.
Just Juicy J alone got enough hits to bury anybody in a versus almost. Like, the hits that Juicy J got is just crazy.
Man, 3-6 got underground cuts. A lot of
That's
people
where I know him from is the underground shit.
Man, they got
gun claps, them rowdy gun claps.
Man,
Come
you
on,
talking
man.
about turn the club up,
Tear
get in the club,
up,
man.
bitch, tear the club up. That's where that whole crunk era kind of came from, was 3-6, like, to be real.
3-6 Mafia, bro. Yeah. They took it to another level, bro. They took, and Bone Thugs and Harmony, that's why I love about this versus, because Bone Thugs and Harmony, you can't compare this group to nobody.
You really can't.
To any group ever.
No, you really can't.
Bro, they got songs, collaborations with, you name it.
Tupac and Biggie. Name me one other rap group that got a song with two. Matter of fact, name me any artist that got a song with Tupac and Biggie.
I tell you what,
still going.
Listen to the song with Bone Thugs and Harmony and Biggie. Go back. If you're watching this video right now, if you're 20-something years old or younger,
need to go back and listen.
Go back and listen to young Biggie and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Classic.
Check it out.
I feel like that's the only track that Biggie got on that he had to really dig into his bag. He really had to dig into his bag because them boys gave him a fucking run.
Man, them boys.
Specifically Busy Bone. Busy Bone gave that man a run for his money. And saying that, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
But, I mean, it was a great show. A fight broke out. You know, a small altercation. I ain't gonna call it a fight. It was a small altercation broke out. I believe it
was a structured disagreement with some rumbling of a brawl.
That's about it. That's about it. You know, they kind of, everybody left stage to come back on stage, made things work. You know, they OGs, man. You know, they older guys they've done it, put all the greatest music out. So they made everything come back together and made a great show. Shouts out to Juicy J, Project Pat, DJ Paul, Busy Bone, Lazy Bone, the whole thing, man. I had a great time watching the show. It was what do you think about it?
Yeah, man. So I think that was great to give younger people an opportunity to really vibe with and check out the music that they missed, and so they can appreciate it a little bit more.
I agree. But give me your comments. Drop your comments on YouTube. Drop them below. We want to hear your comments. If you think 3-6 won, if you think Bone Thugs won, let us know. We want to know who won because we'll sit here and go back and forth all day on who we think 3-6. Like we're gonna. We already done that before. We're not gonna do it anymore. So we want your comments. We want some feedback. So give us some feedback. So as we go on into 2021, we got a little bit of the bitter part. We got Kodak, who was released from prison. We had Lil Wayne, who was pardoned from Trump pardon, who was released from his charges. We also had Travis Scott. Astroworld was a disaster where you had several people died. You had 300 people injured. And then as it shows, it has a lawsuit that was filed that was over $2 billion.
Crazy.
That was one of the bitter news we got because a lot of people who was injured, a lot of people was died. It's one of those things that he had a few people in a situation where a few people rushed the stage and it created a domino effect, and a lot of people suffered behind that. Other than that, we had rapper Pooh Shiesty, who pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges, which was a real loss for the music industry because this young man was just getting started in the music industry. He was taking off. A Memphis rapper I think he was signed with Gucci.
Gucci Man 1017. Yep, definitely.
We lost a good one.
Yeah,
this dude was just getting ready to take off, and I'm lost for words on this one, man. He's going to be gone for a while. We might see him.
It's going to be a different Pooh Shiesty. It might just be Shiesty. When he come back.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not looking good. I think he's pleaded with the 8 to 10 years on this charge, I believe. But this dude, he came in, he hit it. You know, Lil Baby came in, he hit hard. Pooh Shiesty came in and hit pretty hard as well. We're gonna miss Pooh Shiesty in the music industry. Shouts out to Pooh Shiesty.
Definitely shout out to Pooh Shiesty.
Oh my gosh! But we had BMF. We had the BMF series that dropped. That's another subject we're gonna get into. It dropped in September of last year.
Major move.
Oh my gosh, BMF, man! Have you watched the show?
Have I watched the show?
The BMF show.
Of course, I watched the show.
Who's your favorite character on the show?
Of course, it was Lil Meech.
Oh,
of course, ain't no question. He's playing a real life role as father did, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Facts. I enjoy the show. Lil Meech is my favorite character as well. Big Meech, actually. Lil Meech, Big Meech is my favorite.
Yeah, shout out to the whole BMF, man. Real talk.
We got the new show's about to start. When the new episodes start?
They have not announced that yet. I don't know the answer to that.
Other than that, we had some bitter news. We had Biz Markie, who passed away. We had DMX, who passed away. And also actor Michael K. Williams from The Wire, who passed away from a drug overdose, unfortunately. And last but not least, Memphis rapper Young Dolph, who was killed at Makeda's cookie store, which was unfortunate. It was a big loss because Dolph was huge in the music industry. He was an independent artist who had other artists who was up and coming and trending, such as Key Glock. Man, it was a tragedy. A lot of us still haven't got over it. You know, Memphis is not going to be the same with the loss of Dolph. What do you got to say about it, man?
I think that man was very intelligent. I think that he was very dope as far as his music. His favorite song, unfortunately, my favorite song from him is 1,000 shot, 100 shots. I don't know. That's not very good. You know what I'm saying? As is my only song that I really, 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 really like from him. But I will say I wish he would have transferred some of that business acumen onto how he was really moving. I talked to some people that really knew him in real life, and they said that they had been warning him, hey, you need to move a little bit better, stop moving without security. And this is another thing. He was really still in the hood. He was a real dude. The problem is that when you get to a certain level of celebrity, you have to move different. You cannot be the same places you used to go. You cannot hang out as if you're not a celebrity anymore. And unfortunately, that's something that that I've had to learn the hard way. Boosie talks about it, about moving away. And it's not that you got to stay away, but you're in a different area in your space in your life. You know what I'm saying? You can't continue to do what you used to do and hang around all the people that you used to hang around. Nothing wrong with showing love to the hood, nothing wrong with giving back. But we're going to draw the line and separate between giving back and still having the same mentality as if you're not who you are. Unfortunately, this is something that he had to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it sucks.
I agree. Love to hate. You gotta, when you get money and when you move to a different level and the success that he had, it comes with a lot of things, comes with a lot of jealousy. And he's from Memphis, which is not really a big city. It's not big at all. And it's kind of small when it comes to, success and having money. And, Dolph was an outspoken guy. He was a good guy, a leader, an icon. He was the kind of guy that took care of the hood, took care of the people. He came, and the ironic part, he was coming back to do a turkey giveaway. Right. So he was definitely that kind of guy.
Definitely give back. I seen that.
Memphis gonna miss him, and the music industry gonna miss him. The collaborations he's had with Gucci and other artists, and just he made Memphis. He put a stamp on Memphis. I think my personal opinion. He had the crown. The people loved him. He had the connection with the younger crowd. He had the swag. He was outspoken. He had one of the biggest deals in the music industry with the Empire distribution. So, it's just hard to sit back and watch, a young man that was doing so well and just get slaughtered like he was just in the streets. had a business, is doing well. It was just hard to see a young man lose his life. And the good part about it, I just really, really, I was happy that the city of Memphis went all out at the FedEx Forum. They honored him in the right way. Mm-hmm. And after all the negativity and all the, the bad news, fake news, and who killed him, who shot him, and who had something to do with it, it was just too much. And once, city of Memphis came together at the FedEx Forum, and some of the people who really, really stood for him and had his back, they came out like those should, and they spoke positive things. T.I. was one. Gucci Leaks definitely stood out. Bankroll Freddie was one of those. Mm-hmm. 8 Ball and MJG, shout out to my boy 8 Ball. And the city of Memphis stood up. Shouts out to city of Memphis. Y'all definitely stood out for Young Dolph. Shouts out to Young Dolph. Rest in peace. We definitely going to miss you. And I think this is where we're going to end this episode of You Heard It First. If you have any more words to say, Trill Will?
Man, shit, you can just follow me on my Instagram, man, Trill Will 386 on Instagram. And shit, man, it's up, man. Let's do it.
You heard it first. We out.